Hey guys, how's it going? We are here for Womb Wednesday where we're going to be talking about what your spirit babies want you to know. Okay, so if you're new to Womb Wednesday, welcome. My name is Remy, former lawyer, now psychic healer. I am going to be telling you what your spirit babies want you to know, or if you've been dealing with some infertility, what energetic blocks may be getting in the way of you manifesting your baby. If you're not already subscribed, I would love if you like and subscribe. It'll help me get my new YouTube account up on the algorithm. Fun fact, maybe not really, during the vid time, as I call the pandemic, I had my other YouTube account kind of because I was posting a lot about spirituality and the vid, but now I wrote this book. So if you want my book, you can find it in the link. So we're going to talk about what your spirit babies want you to know. We have one card jumping right out, which the babies are eager. We will take a look at it. They're saying they want you to know that they're proud that this energy has shifted. So let's just see. Perhaps you've been here for the last couple of videos where I've been back for Womb Wednesday, or maybe you are coming for the first time. So regardless, you're here in divine timing. And your babies have, like I said, a lot of messages. And one thing for this week is to remember, it's July the 3rd right now. We have the new moon in Cancer happening on July the 5th. And it is a new time to set intentions, especially regarding your emotional fulfillment. So where do you want to really feel happy? Or if you've been feeling some resistance, or the energies we talk about today, if those are the resistances you're feeling, what in your life can you shift to ensure that you have more happiness in those areas of life, or what you need to eliminate to have more happiness? Okay. It's really important when it comes to divine timing and alignment that, yes, we are manifesting and affirming what we want, but that we are also taking action step to make sure that we can get there. Very important and crucial. And we are going to jump into the theme. So let's see the first one. There's something else to say. What would you like to say? We love you. Oh, okay. Your spirit babies want you to know that they love you, that they're around, that even if you don't see them in your 3D world, or if you've seen them before and they went away, like if you've unfortunately had a miscarriage or you have a rainbow baby up there, stillbirth, they want you to know that they're still around you no matter what, that your loss at that time is destined to be your gain. That is so sweet, guys. Okay, so let's see what exactly they want you to know, that they're proud of you for shifting at this particular time. The student. I like this. So the student energy is your, okay, never mind. They're being crass. No, okay. There is something you're proud of. Okay. They're saying you've opened up your willingness to believe in the fact that you can connect with your babies a lot more. Sure, you may be learning about it as a student. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that it's not around. You've had some arrogance in the way that you think things can happen. That's a common thing I talk about. Is like, oh, some people think, oh, I can only get the baby if I go through IVF. I can't get the baby naturally. I know people in my life that have gotten pregnant naturally after many rounds of IVF. So this doesn't mean that one thing is better than the other or to talk down on it. But for some of you, you still have a little bit of that subconscious self-righteousness of like, that is the only way. I'm so perfect energetically. If your thought is that you're so perfect energetically, that is your answer. No offense. And the babies are going to show you the places in your life that's coming up, because then that is the energy that you take into raising them, is I know best. And they're very, very cognizant of it, and also conscious and conscientious. Okay, they know when they want to come in. But let's see what they said. We'll talk about what they're proud of after. All right, babies. What else would you like your parents to know about this? By the way, I run a fertility healing program. If you care to join, or you're interested in joining my 3-month coaching program, which is going to reframe your energetic programming around pregnancy, your connection with yourself, and clearing your energetic space to have your baby, you can check out the link in my bio, in my description down below here. And just know that in that work we do, it's going to be necessary to make sure the action steps are following, okay? Come on, babies, what would you like to know? Okay, there we go. We have 3 here coming out. First, we have the shapeshifter. They want you to truly believe that you can shift your reality, that you can change your external reality based on your healing. These are all the timelines that are around you. There are infinite realities, timelines, and quantum physics will help you relate to those if you so choose to believe in it. They're saying there is potential, but right now you have limited your potential based on what you can see. That is the number one rule or way that you avoid manifesting what you want. I'm feeling very itchy. So spirit's here. Yeah. Oh, all these sensations. They're like, you have a hard time believing that you can create a new reality. And a part of you is like, oh, I've tried before. And so trying is not like one day you do it and one day you don't. It's like remaining consistent and persistent on your pursuit of happiness. Two more cards wanted to come up from the top of the deck, but the first one we're going to talk about before those is the wounded child. Okay, so some of you have or we all have inner child trauma, but for some of you, it's really impacting you at this time where you have this very deep layer of kind of confusion is what I'm hearing. Like, hey, I thought that once I got out of childhood, I wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. I thought that once I got out of childhood, I wouldn't have to be hurt anymore. Our inner child healing and the wounding is something that we're going to have to go through forever in terms of making sure that we're feeling good about ourselves. The amazing thing about being an adult is that we can make decisions that help soothe our inner child. So the ways that you weren't able to help yourself in the past are the ways you're going to be able to help yourself now. And your children really want you to do that for yourself because they want you to have a life of your own. I think I talked about this a couple of videos back, but they don't want you to rely on them for fulfillment. Like they are going to be a part and piece of your fulfillment, but they don't want to be the reason why you're like, oh, I only live for you. I live for my kids. You're my existence. Like, sure, that's natural and that's true. And that's like the way that things work. But you don't want to have a codependency on your child. And right now, you're like, oh, I don't have to do any work on my own. My work's going to be for them. They're like, no, we don't like that. You know why? Because you need to love yourself with this Lover's card. That's why that wanted to come out on the top of the deck. They're like, you need to love yourself. You need to be devoted to yourself. And you need to make sure that you are in a loving environment and home. A couple of videos back, I talked about how your relationship with your partner perhaps is not the right relationship for the child. Some of you are already thinking about that. So you're going to have to think about whether or not that is the long term, whether that is something that you are going to make a shift in. Not necessarily, you're going to already know if you're thinking about this, but are you open to making the shifts or not? Are you willing to make the shifts or not? Are you going to love yourself to the degree of knowing like, hey, even though this bridge feels long, I'll be able to cross it eventually. You have this obsessive want and need right now. You have this want, not even need. You have this obsessive want at this particular moment where like you want to keep on working on things, but you're not being met. There's no reciprocity. That's why, yeah, the seeker and the addict are coming out. You don't have reciprocity at this time. But your coping pattern, your addiction right now is obsessing over making things work, you not reflecting on your own journey. The obsessiveness is like, oh no, we got to make this work. Oh no, we got to make this happen. Your kids are like, do you want to then force my other parent to, do you want to then force my other parent to be there for me, to show up for me? Or are you going to be comfortable in like being the version of you that knows, hey, I have trust in this relationship. I have trust in my partner. I have trust in my ability. Are you going to continue to push for something? Or are you going to allow yourself to relax? So the question then becomes, what happens when you start to relax? How does the anxiety start to move over you? Where are the fears at that time? Okay, your guides are like, where are the fears at that time? When the anxiety starts, what do you think you're about to miss out on? What do you think you're about to lose? So if you're like, oh my God, I'm sitting still now, my partner's going to hate me for this, or I have anxiety about them showing up, those are the things to pay attention to. And what environment do you want your kid to be in? So Either you need to work on making a healthier environment or you need to shift your environment. And that's not going to be something easy to hear at this moment. And I know that. Okay, so those are the energies for the week. We have the new moon, like I said, so you need to be setting your intentions around this. Before we close out, we are going to see what the babies want to congratulate you for, what they're saying you're working really well on. That is being the divine feminine. That is taking no bullshit. So they are very happy that you are focusing on your self-love and your growth, that you are focusing on your own kind of connection to your sexuality, which is very important. And they're saying you're willing to put yourself out there in a vulnerable way, which is super great. We're going to grab 2 more cards. Again, you're working on that addictive behavior, which could be connected through your throat chakra. That's why I'm getting all messed up there, and the mentor. So maybe you've been watching my videos for the last couple of weeks. Maybe you've been seeing other signs and synchronicities. That information you are receiving is something you're now absorbing. So my videos always serve as a reprogramming, a deconstruction. That's why I make them, so you can help shift your programming into being more in alignment with what you would like, 1111. So make sure that you are continuing with that very positive feminine energy, but taking no bullshit. So this new moon, I want you to set the intentions of what you want. Look at that. Take a moment to sit still and see what in my present environment and circumstances not allowing me to receive it. As I said, if you want to join my program called the First Trimester, you can do so by looking at the description. If you want a private spirit baby reading, we can do that through a coaching call or my tarot. Those are all linked in the bio, and I will catch you guys next time. Make sure you're subscribed. All right, take care. Bye.